Every element in a Revit model has a unique element ID, a unique identifier. You can use this unique identifier to select elements in the model. The element ID can also be useful when troubleshooting a warning or error message. For example, I'll start the duct tool and sketch a duct. Then I'll place two air terminals with tags. I now have 5 elements in this model, and each has a unique element ID. To determine an object's element ID, select the object. For example, I'll select an air terminal. Then switch to the Manage ribbon. Notice that in the Inquiry panel, there are 2 tools pertaining to element IDs. If I click the IDs of Selection tool, Revit displays a dialog box and shows me the IDs of the selected objects. I'll click OK to close the dialog. Then I'll use a crossing window to select all of the objects in the model. I'll switch back to the Manage ribbon and click the IDs of Selection tool again. Now, in the dialog, I see the IDs of all 5 objects, with each ID separated by a comma. I'll click and drag to select one of the IDs. Right-click and choose Copy to copy that ID to the clipboard. Then I'll click OK to close the dialog and then click in an empty area of the drawing window to deselect the objects. In the Inquiry panel, there's a companion tool called Select by ID. When I start this tool, Revit displays a Select Elements by ID dialog. I'll right-click in the ID field and choose Paste to paste the element ID I had copied to the clipboard. Then I'll click the Show button. When I do, Revit highlights the duct, because the ID I copied and pasted into the field was the unique ID for that duct element. If you ever receive an error message during the course of your work, the message may report a problem with an element and refer to that element by its ID number. To help you locate the element in your project, you can enter its ID number in this dialog and quickly find it in your Revit model. In the dialog, be aware that you can enter multiple IDs by separating them with a semicolon. When you're done using this tool, simply click OK to close the dialog. Notice that the element remains selected. If I would have selected Cancel, the element would have been deselected.